Hey everybody, this is Kyle and Will with Attack of the Fanboy, and this is Rock Band 4. I've had the game for well over a week. I've put in a ton of time, so we're gonna chat about it. Will, what's your history with the Rock Band series?
I was always a bigger Guitar Hero person, but
Okay.
I did own Rock Band. I liked some of the one-off games that they did, like the Beatles. I thought was pretty cool. They did a couple of them like that, if I'm not mistaken. And
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
always liked the flow of the Guitar Hero games compared to Rock Band for whatever reason. I don't know. That was just my personal preference. But so I have some experience with these games. Definitely looking forward to it. We played it back at E3, and I had a good time playing it.
Yeah, and I think that's gonna kind of be most people's reactions. I mean, I think I moved off of Guitar Hero. Like everyone else, I started with Guitar Hero, but once Rock Band came out, I really switched to it full time just because it was more of a party atmosphere. And that's what I'm not a serious music person. I'm not the kind of guy that sits down and just jams this one song until it's perfect. I just kind of want to put some songs on and play. And Rock Band works. This is my band's name, the Flatulent Deck Chairs. Um, so Rock Band really worked better for that, where you just get four people in a room, one person on drums, two guitars, and a singer, and you just kind of play. And that is the same in Rock Band 4. It's all there, and that's kind of going to be a theme of this game. I think a lot of people's reaction is going to be that it's Rock Band. I liked Rock Band, so I like this, but it's also there's a little bit different. What we're looking at here is kind of the single player portion, which is played more like a campaign, but not really. Like you choose your songs that are built into this set list. Like they'll be like super difficult songs or 80s songs or anything like that. And then as you'll see in the video, it's more Rock Band. They took out some stuff too. I don't. What was the last Rock Band that you played?
The Rock Band 3,
Okay, see, I
probably.
didn't play three, but I
Okay.
know three had a ton of extra stuff like the keyboard. I don't know how many
Oh, I
people got.
never got into any of
Yeah,
that. Like,
I don't think a lot of people did because the keyboard's gone. So, um,
okay.
not too many people were super into the
Keyboard.
keyboard.
I was never really into keyboard nor drums nor like the bass guitar.
Hmm.
I was always just played the guitar and
Straight
that's
guitar.
it. Yeah. I mean, I think I can recall pissing off my ex-girlfriend sitting in the living room singing to Rock Band, trying to get that like 100%. I do recall that. So it's not like I have no experience doing the other stuff, but I was usually like, if I'm going to sit down and play this game, I'm playing guitar,
Okay,
and not normally in a party atmosphere. So,
gotcha.
so what are the changes here? The right hand road is the
Drums?
guitar, right? Oh, it's
No,
drums.
right as drums. I'm not the best guitar player. So here, and this is actually something that I've had a problem with the series for a long time. Like I think I'm right here. I'm playing on medium. I want to play on hard. I want something this is too easy. Although I do screw up a couple of times, but overall, I feel like medium is too easy, but hard is too hard. It loses me. I can't do the transitions. Once they started introducing orange, I know you're much better than I am.
Yeah,
But
like I like the challenge of that. It takes a little while to get used to, but once you do pick it up, like you get that reward. Like you're saying,
yeah,
medium's too easy. Hard is more rewarding and fun to play. So once you do pick it up and learn how to do that, it's a lot more rewarding game. I think. Not it's not hard becomes easy, or as you
yeah.
get once you get that transition, hard you'll start wanting the even bigger challenge of expert or whatever they have in Rock Band. I'm not sure what it is. There's another skill
Yeah,
level after hard, right?
hard and expert. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's just a matter of like sitting down and doing that. But I never got into the drums part of
The
it.
drums are actually pretty nice. I started getting into them here. I've always kind of avoided them. This is my wife playing the drums, by the way.
Okay.
Um, so she's pretty good. She plays on easy, but she's moving up to medium. Drums are really hard, but once you get, it's more beat focused. I feel like than guitar. Maybe people. And here's something that's very different. These are freestyle solos. So right now this is free right here. You can strum whatever you want when it's like that.
Yeah, but you can do that. You can do that well, and you can do that poorly.
Exactly. Here's where you can screw it up. You actually have to strum to the beat.
Okay.
And the trick was to listen to the drummer and go da 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 da, and listen to that. And where it's that bar, you just strum one line and hold it.
Gotcha.
Those are very different. I don't know what the reaction's going to be to those.
It's not very intuitive, but I remember when we were at E3, because they don't tell you how to do it when you just walk up to the thing. They don't really tell you like what that is. But I couldn't figure out what you were supposed to do. I had no idea that was tied to the beat.
Yeah, I did the tutorial. They have a whole tutorial video series on those. Still had no idea. It walks you through it, but maybe it's because I'm not musically inclined, so I'm not sitting there. They even said like, "Oh, I'm sure you're counting to the beat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1." I'm like, "No, I don't. What are you talking about?"
No, I've never done that.
Yeah, exactly. So, people who know music will probably pick those up quickly. I watched at least 15 minutes of videos, and it took me another 2 hours of playing to finally figure out what they were talking about. Once you figure it out, they're pretty cool. They're kind of fun to mess around with. Transitioning from them back to normal notes always messes me up. Like it just goes right back into them. And if you're, in your solo trying to make sure you keep your multiplier up, you probably are going to miss that first note until you get, really used to it. So this is one of their major additions, I think, but I think it's kind of a wash. I think a lot of people will like it, but a lot will just turn it off, which you can turn it off.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
But what happens when there's just nothing on the highway?
It's normal notes, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I was under the impression that that's like the only addition to this game.
Yeah, there's that, and the single player kind of, they call it like an RPG-esque campaign. You're building your band up, and you actually make choices between your sets. So if you earn enough stars, you move up, and you get to go to a new location. And at that point, you get to choose like a new path for your band. I always chose like trying to get more fans, but there's more success where you can get more money. Stuff like that. So they're there. I don't know how involved they really are. It didn't seem to change all that much other than the kind of money that I got and how quickly I moved forward. So yeah, there's not much different. This is the gist of what I'm getting out there. You kind of
does it? I mean, are you as excited to play more Rock Band now as you were a couple years ago?
I am.
These games were popular?
Yeah, I just went on and bought a bunch of DLC songs, just because I imagine myself playing quite a bit. I think there's not much changed, but that's okay for me. This is just bringing back Rock Band. It's been gone for what, like 4 years or more?
I don't know. 2010, 2011, maybe?
Yeah. Yes. I mean, I wasn't expecting a lot of change, and Harmonix has come out and said we're tackling this as more of a platform. Rock Band 4 is going to be the current gen Rock Band, and they're going to build on top of it. And with that in mind, I think that they succeeded. I think that this is a good core. It is the classic Rock Band gameplay. They didn't screw anything up, but they didn't hit it out of the park. The song selection is pretty decent.
So,
I think like 60 songs in here.
So for people who are already engaged for these games, they probably have their instruments. These carry over to the new platform?
Yep, especially on PS4. You can pretty much plug and play unless there's some way out there controller. For Xbox, you have to get a special adapter. But other than that, it's just good to go.
And what about the new stuff? What you did get a chance to get hands-on with like the new equipment, right?
Oh, yeah.
What do you think about that?
It's more of the same. I think that they're higher quality this time around. I mean, I had the Rock Band 1 band in a box, so mine were pretty antiquated. But I know a lot of people complained about the drums being too loud. They weren't loud here. They have a nice little rubber gel thing in the middle that you want to hit, and then it's not super loud. So that's good. The guitars were fine. I had a couple of disconnects, but I think that was more the PS4 than the actual controllers.
I thought the older guitars were much different. Don't they have like lower fret bars on the new ones or something?
Yeah, they have those. I don't know what you would do if you didn't have those, because the orange in those freestyle solos
is the low end, right?
Is the low end, yeah. So I'm not sure. You'd probably just use the top ones. But you'd have to find out, honestly. Mine I decided to switch generations this time. I went from Xbox to PS4. Wasn't the best idea, but it's working. I got it worked out.
Oh yeah. Oh, cool.
Yeah, I mean there's not super a lot to go over other than just that this is Rock Band. There is no online multiplayer. That's gone. That's another thing that they removed, but I don't know that a lot of people use that.
I used it.
Really? You played online?
Of course. Yes. Okay. I used to play online with friends all the time. Mostly in Guitar Hero. I don't remember doing it in Rock Band. Oh yeah, we played Rock Band too. I just always used to crap on my friends in this. That was so good, and they were so bad.
Yeah, you'd probably demolish me. I remember watching you play. As you can see, I'm not the best guitar player.
I don't even see how people play it like that. I look at that and I go, God, that looks so boring.
It is a little boring. I told you I keep trying hard and then I just fail almost immediately.
Got no wherewithal.
They need to have something in between.
With it.
I know, I do. I've been playing bass hard because that seems to be a little bit in between.
See, I never could get that. I just never put it in. But I didn't put enough time to figure it out.
Bass is the same as guitar. It's just a little bit easier, I think. So I just play bass hard. That puts some orange buttons out there. But I really think they need to do something. I mean, maybe it's just me, but I think there's more people like me out there that just can't get over that hurdle of medium to hard. Once they throw in that orange button, that makes it tough. And then on top of that, they have it like super difficult as well. So it's not just like, oh, we'll throw in some orange buttons. It's also, let's throw in a ton of combos.
Yeah, but it's not as difficult as you think it is. Once you get the orange button down, you have to just learn how to move your finger over.
Yep.
Which, I don't know. I didn't check out the size of your hands at E3. You might have small hands.
Maybe that's it.
Do you
I don't know.
have tiny hands?
So here's the question: do you sit with your index finger on the red button or on the green button, and then move? What do you move? How do you move?
I start out on the left, and then anytime I need to go over, either I'll stretch my pinky over. Well, I'm trying to think of how it is. Yeah, so it'll be red at the top, right? Red at the top.
It's green. You can see green, red, yellow, blue, orange.
Oh, green, red, yellow, blue. So yeah, green would be like my index finger.
Yep.
Yeah, and then I would just either. That was the thing that always used to get me. I don't remember my strategy anymore, to be honest with you, but I think it was moving. At some point, it went to moving my hand down and just figuring it out. But that also can make you lose track of where you are.
Exactly.
So you just have to kind of keep track of it.
Yeah.
And you get a feel for it. I don't remember if there's like a bump braille like.
There is, on the orange or on the yellow.
That lets you know where you are.
Yeah. It's just, like you said, you gotta just keep trying. And I've been moving up.
Well, you have to go first. I mean, it's just like all the other songs. They're varying in difficulty. You got to learn how to do it. Learn how to use the button on, songs that aren't that hard to do it on. You know what I'm saying?
I have the difficulty to hard there, just to try it out, which I think it was easy. We'll see if I fail horribly. I just think, and I know somebody mentioned this from the dev team. Maybe the Guitar Hero dev team mentioned that people had trouble with shifting to that orange button. And that was one of the reasons that they redesigned the controller.
Yeah, but the way they redesigned it it's not making it any easier. You just have to think about it differently.
Yeah.
It's still hard.
Yeah.
And they throw complex combinations at you as well.
I was hoping that they would take this chance to kind of have a better learning curve, and I think they missed a little bit on that. It's a little bit better. They throw in oranges in medium, and that kind of helped me get a little bit used to it, but it's still, you bump it up to hard, and it's crazy, which I may get ripped apart. I know there's a lot of very good guitar players out there. I'm not among them, but for people like me, just know that learning curve is still there.
Did you guys get a chance to try out like the vocal stuff, or?
Yes, I did not record it because it actually pumps your voice out the speakers, and I didn't want anyone to hear me sing. So vocals are just as good. They also have solos in there where you can kind of say whatever you want. See, I'm failing horribly.
Yeah, you kind of lose it.
Yeah, I do.
Booed off stage here.
But they throw in some freestyle stuff, but most of all, vocals are the same, bass is the same. It's Rock Band. They didn't mess with it more than they had to.
See, I see what's going on. You just lose your track of where you are, where your hands are.
Yep, I do.
When the orange one comes up, because you can tell you can't find the green one after that.
Yep.
You have to just do it a few times.
I'm gonna work on it. I'm gonna play more on hard. We'll see. I'm, definitely back into Rock Band. This certainly got me back, and I'm very happy that they've done this. Maybe some more difference would have been nice, but with that idea of it being a platform, I get where they're going with it. They just want to get it back into people's houses, and I think this will do it.
Cool. What is the review score for this game?
It's gonna be a 3.5 out of 5.
Okay, that's not a tremendous score.
Exactly, because it is. I mean, it's the game that you've played a lot before. There's not much here that's gonna win you over. I don't know if these are different, where it kind of has you vote for the next song. It doesn't really mix up anything. So I mean, that's it's Rock Band. So I kind of teetered.
Did you think like Rock Band 3 was a bad game?
I didn't actually get into Rock Band 3. I played up to 2. I played the Beatles one.
So you're removing points from them for lack of original content?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it's I think 3.5 is a good score.
On what scale?
On the 5-point scale.
On people who are like, should I buy Rock Band? 3.5 out of 5? Nah, maybe not. That's what I would think. That's how I look at review scores. I would be like, anything less. It's like anything less than a 4 is like garbage.
All right. I think that says a lot about the game, because it is, like I said, there's not much different, but it's a solid game. And I think that's a 3.5.
And what do you know about the downloadable content for this? Isn't it free? Like, if you own the old stuff, you can just go in and download anything that you already own, right?
Yep.
That's a major selling point, though.
That is, yeah.
That's a huge selling point for people. And that's something that companies don't do a lot of these days either, is give people the ability to go back and use stuff that they already purchased. I know there's plenty of companies out there that would say, nope, you got to buy that stuff again if you want it. And then people would fucking riot. But
yeah, that would have really ruined the game. I mean, which Guitar Hero is kind of doing that, There, you can't download your old downloadable content, but here, this is the continuation of Rock. Exactly. Yeah, I'm just saying, to
be fair, it's a different game, and there isn't any downloadable content in Guitar Hero. It's just all that Spotify playlist style thing that they're doing. So yeah, it's a different animal, but yeah, I mean that goes along with the lack of change in this game. That there's not that much change, but guess what? If you liked Rock Band before, you're gonna like this one, and you're gonna get all the content you already had, which is kind of nice.
Exactly. Yeah, like I said, I jumped on and I actually pulled up my old PS3 and pulled out Rock Band 2 to go on and buy a bunch of songs because they were cheaper on there.
The way that it looks, though, I just don't. I don't know if I would personally be interested in coming back just to play the same exact game.
Exactly. Yeah, it's really just for people that have missed having Rock Band or want it on their new systems. I mean,
Backwards compatibility, man. It's the wave of the future.
I was wondering today if the old Rock Band games would become backwards compatible on Xbox One.
Don't know why they would do that.
Yeah, kind of shoot themselves in the foot.
This is like a full-priced game, right?
Yeah, yeah.
What is the
band in a box is $250.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you get with that?
That's everything. It's one guitar, microphone, and drums.
Okay.
And the game, obviously. Yeah,
But
I mean,
you don't have to buy that if you.
No.
What does the adapter cost for the Xbox One if you?
$30.
$30.
Yep. And you just buy the game with the adapter. I think it's like $80 bundle or something.
I'm curious to see what how these games are taken in 2015. Whether they will, be the hot Christmas toy thing again. Can they pull off that trick again or not? Because they certainly were popular. I mean, these things were mainstream.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they were huge.
You were seeing them on like financial shows back in the day. You know who Jim Cramer is? He was all high on Activision because of Guitar Hero and Rock Band and stuff.
Yeah.
You would see these. I mean, these games were moving the needle. I don't know if that's going to be the case again.
I don't see that happening again, but I think this will bring back that core audience of Rock Band fans. I think that's a gimme. Anyone who bought more than 10 songs on the old games is probably going to pick this up. And then other than that, I don't know that it does enough to win new people, but maybe if somebody missed out on the initial craze, they'd find this is a good time to jump back in. I don't know. Here's me picking a new location. This is
And these locations are all different venues. They have different aesthetic.
I think so. I mean, the background is so worthless. Like, I never look at the background.
Right.
Which the graphics have been improved, but not to any crazy level. Everything just looks a little bit better. The hair looks all right.
It's still got that same kind of cartoon style to it.
Exactly. Yep.
There's not much you can do to improve the note highway or whatever.
No, they don't have. No, not as far as I've seen. But I will go a little bit into the Rock Shop, which is where you can kind of customize things. But all that you can customize is your character. So you can buy like new hairstyles, new facial hair, accessories and outfits, and you can buy instruments. But like I said, unless you're looking past the actual gameplay, you're not really seeing that. So I don't know that that's super helpful. That's in the Rock Shop here. But you can just kind of buy random stuff. It's something. It gives you a reason to earn that cash, but I don't know that it's going to be that interesting to too many people.
Yeah, I don't know how interested I would be in doing that sort of stuff, but like you said, if you're playing it, you aren't necessarily seeing that. I guess it might be cool for people that are watching, maybe? I don't know.
I guess, yeah, for that, like I said, this has that party atmosphere, so if you're just putting it on, and people are watching everyone play, I don't know that people watch people play, though. Most of the time, it's just, I'll play. No? Okay, I'll go over.
I'll go grab a beer.
Yeah.
See you in 5 minutes.
Yep. But that's about it. Any other questions for Rock Band? I mean, I'm going to show in just a little bit the full track list, although I hadn't unlocked all of them. There were a couple of songs left. But this is the track list. It's a pretty decent mix. It goes from, really old school. You got Elvis all the way up to current songs. It's a nice mixture.
I saw there was some Bruno Mars.
Yep.
You had
Dream Theater, Fall Out Boy. There's just, there's a ton.
Plus all the DLC. I mean, I think that's going to be the kicker for a lot of people because they put out a ton of downloadable content for this thing.
Yeah.
And for the people who really kind of dug in and bought all that stuff, to be able to play that stuff again is probably, for a real Rock Band 3, like really avid fan of that thing, being able to go back and play that stuff is just incredibly generous, I think, of
Yeah.
harmonics and just nice and consumer friendly. Something that a lot of the game companies haven't been doing lately. So I'm cool with that aspect of it. What I'm not cool with is the fact they haven't changed the gameplay out that much. But yeah, it looks like they have a more diverse kind of track list, or maybe not more diverse, but maybe longer. I'm not sure than what I saw from Guitar Hero.
I think they said there's 60 songs, and looking at older games, it was around 40 or 50. I think there's more in this one than.
Yeah, but that's 60 songs just on this disc, right?
Yes.
I don't know
There's
how many songs. Yeah, there's so
Over
many
1,000.
songs on the DLC.
Yep. So I think that's about it. I think it's a solid game, despite maybe being a 3.5, just because it is more Rock Band. That's to sum it up. Rock Band 4 is more Rock Band. It's not much more, not much less. There you go.